YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at the difference between quality control and quality assurance. You know, a lot of people use them as if they're interchangeable, and unfortunately it even goes up to regulators using the term interchangeably, but they are two different things. Wait a minute, I got something here in my pants. Let me see what this is. Oh, it's a piece of paper. It says inspected by 14. You know, this is great that I discovered this, because this is a good illustration of quality control. Quality control is inspection. One of the main topics that people talk about when they get into the quality world is what is inspection? Well, quality control is inspection. So what this little piece of paper tells me is that somebody looked at my pants. Somebody took a look and looked to make sure there was the right thread count, that it was put together properly. And what they do is they look at a sampling of all of the pants in the manufacturing facility, and they decide, well, this one is good or this one is bad, this one has a problem with it, and they sort through the product. Inspection, of course, is necessary to catch faulty product or service before it gets out. But that is a function of quality control. Quality control is catching problems before they get out. Another example of quality control is an audit system. You know, a lot of us, especially in the aviation world, have a quality assurance system that's totally based upon audits. But you got to remember now, audits are a function of quality control. What does that mean? Well, when we look at an area, we judge it by its procedures, whether people are following procedures or not. And when we look at those areas, we determine whether they are either good or bad. That function is controlling the quality that comes out of that area. So quality control is a function that requires auditing. And auditing is, of course, quality control, because we're controlling the quality of that particular area. Also, in the manufacturing area, we also perform tests. Tests are a form of quality control. They determine whether the product meets a certain requirement, physical requirement. And so we test it. If it passes the test, then the product goes on to the customer. This is considered quality control. But everything that I've been talking about up until now is quality control. It is not quality assurance. Now understand that all of these functions right here are producing data. Why? Because we have either a number of good pants or bad pants, a number of good electronic circuits or bad electronic circuits. We also have test measurements. We look at those, but all of this is producing data. Now this data in most companies goes into a book and goes on the shelf. This data is so important because it tells us the health of the system, and that's where quality assurance comes in. Quality assurance takes the data that was produced by quality control, and what it does, it analyzes the data. So we're going to put here analyzes data. Now, how does it analyze data? We must analyze the data to the system. You know, Dr. W. Edwards Deming said that everything is a process, and processes put together form our system. And our system is controlled by the 5 system inputs: machines, material, people, environment, and methods. And those make up our system. Well, that's where quality assurance comes in. Quality assurance takes the data, analyzes the data to the system, And I suggest that if you get an opportunity, take a look at the YouTube channel on the integration of SMS and quality assurance. And there's a good explanation of the system in that particular video. But now, quality assurance takes that data, analyzes it to the system. And this is so important, because if we just analyze the data just to a particular process, we are not affecting the actual system that caused the defects that quality control found. So quality assurance is a system of analysis and then affecting the system. We may have to go back and change our machine. We may have to hire new personnel, train personnel. We may have to buy our materials from a different source. We may have to change the environment, but only management has the responsibility and the funds to be able to do that, not the people. And so quality control provides the data for quality assurance to act on the system. So really, it's not quality control versus quality assurance. It's quality control and quality assurance. Why? Because you can't have quality assurance without data. You got to have the inspections and the tests in order to be able to act and analyze what we have. And so you need to examine in your organization, do we really have a quality assurance system, or do we have a quality control system? A quality control system will always be evaluating failures. A quality assurance system looks at the environment, the people, the methods, the material, and the machines that produce that service or product, and fundamentally changes those so that we cannot produce a bad product again. So understand, it's not quality assurance, it's quality control if we do not perform analysis and continuous improvement. Well, this is a short video, but very, very important, because I challenge you to look at the system that you have in your company and say to yourself, is this a system of quality assurance, or is it a system of quality control? And it's so important to distinguish between the two.